Alright guys, today we're taking out a Turbofog deck by Gegliosch from the No Goblins Allowed forums. You know, this isn't really my kind of play style, but it looks like an interesting deck and he seems to be pretty high on it. So, three color deck, blue, black, and green. And again, we're going to mill him out with Sphinx's tutelage and we're just going to fog him. You know, so I don't know if Turbofog is really the right way to name it, but you know, it's fog, mill, whatever. You know, we're going to mill him out while fogging him. So, yeah, let's have a look at the opening hand. I'll link to the deck list in the description below. So here we've got an early fog, which we won't need early, but we've got a turn 2 telling time and a turn 3 Artificer's Epiphany. We've got 2 green sources, 2 black sources, 2 blue sources on the play. So we'll keep this. So in order to have this, we need an island or a swamp. And for this, so we'll just play one of these tapped this turn. And then we'll play a blue basic after a woodland cemetery, and then we're good to go from there. So then we'll be able to cast Telling Time next turn. There are 4 artifacts in this deck, but mostly this is just to get deeper, find your fogs and find your languishes and your tutelages. Our opponent has started off with a Foundry of the Consuls. That's his first land play, which is pretty strange. But anyway, we'll just get the blue mana down. We picked up Hydrolash. We get to play 3 of these, which kind of, it's more fog and it's cantrip, so. Alright. So I'm playing Geg's list card for card. You know, he's playing 2 Displacement Wave, 2 Disperse, excuse me, and no Disciple of the Ring. So after I play with it a bit, though, I really think Disciple probably does belong in here to tap down some stuff. She really is an awesome card. And I'm not sure if the deck needs 2 Displacement Wave, so I'm thinking about cutting there. But, you know, I've only played a couple of games, so anyway, Displacement Wave is not a card that I want right now, this early in the game. So I'm going to grab a Visionary and put a Telling Time on top. And with the amount of card draw this deck has, I really think that one Displacement Wave is probably enough. So he can't attack with that wall. So I think it's probably better to play the Catacomb, and we'll use the Epiphany. See, if I do that, then I'll have to discard. It's possible that I pick up an artifact before then and actually just get to keep the 2 cards. So I'm not going as deep as fast. So, who knows, that's what he's also playing all 4 Evolving Wilds. I assume that's to thin the lands out of the deck so that the draw spells get better over time. Or maybe it's just because it's a 3-color deck and when you want to languish, you want to languish. So that could be it. So we're looking at from our opponent a Timberpack Wolf. It is a 2-mana 2/2, but it gets bigger for each copy on the battlefield that you have. So the more of them that he draws and plays, the bigger they all get. And we pick up a Languish. We do have our 2 black sources. We have 2 green sources, 2 blue sources. I think this is a mostly blue deck as far as its mana requirements go. So I will play the... Do I want to play 2 spells here? I can't play 2 2-mana spells because I don't have them. So I'm going to play the Evolving Wilds and just crack it for an island right now. And we'll just hold up these spells since they're all instants. Keep our Visionary back. Displacement Wave is good at picking up those Visionaries so you can reuse them. And the Alchemist Vials when we get to that. So now on 4 mana we're looking at Lissalana Huntmaster. So it's definitely going to be a Languish in our future. Still, maybe I'm playing this wrong, but I'm going to save that Epiphany while I have a Telling Time in my hand. Obviously I wouldn't mind using it. So there's a Hydrolash, and we'll take the Hydrolash and the island, and we'll bottom another land. But I don't think we languish yet, though. He does have a good response in his Foundry of the Consuls. So, given that I'm not planning to languish just yet, I'm not going to block that. I want him to play out at least another card. Maybe 2, depending on how greedy I get and what I pick up in my hand. So there's that island we put on top. We'll play a forest. I'll probably just Hydrolash first and do that a couple of times before I finally go and bust open the Languish. So I think that's what we'll do. Let's see, 5 mana now into another Huntmaster, so that's going to generate a token, and he gets this Huntmaster down. So we can now we can block the Timberpack Wolf and then Hydrolash, and our Visionary won't die. Excuse me. We've got all our mana open though. He may not. You know, he may not swing with everything. That's all he's bringing. I mean, I got 2 Hydrolash here, So I'm going to do it just for the cantrip, honestly. It's another evolve. Did he just... He just blasted a fog? Alright. Okay, he's playing fog in his creature-based deck. Cool story, bro. So let's just crack this for a swamp, I guess? No, I'll go get a forest. Fuck it, I'll get a swamp, who cares? And then we'll visionary here. Any tutelage. Do I just drop this now and say, yeah, I think I dropped tutelage and then languish. Let's just get this into play. You know, you could be playing the Reclamation Sage. I mean, that's entirely possible, but we'll see. We'll see if that was a greedy play there. Probably was a bit greedy. Wow, triple Huntmaster draw. And my phone's ringing. Hopefully the wife answers it because I'm indisposed right now. I'm going to turn that ringer off. That's really annoying when that happens. Alright, so Timber Pack's coming. And Huntmaster's coming. So we're planning to languish here, so we're just going to negate all the damage. So there we go. Just do that. Alright, so now we get to blast him with that. Picked up our Possessed Scab here. That's the Archaeomancer effect that lets us get our fogs back. So we'll just play out our land and clean up the board. Alright, so now we've got a fresh start. Got an active tutelage. And some, no, I'll definitely blast this Epiphany this time. Don't mind that at all. We're likely to pick up a land that we can just discard. So he's played a Golgari Guildgate, so up until now he hasn't had any black mana. So let's just draw 2 cards, trigger our tutelage twice. And purify, we'll just discard the land. We're on 7. So I was just thinking about, you know, casting Scab for Languish, but we have another Languish in our hand right now. So what's here that Scab could get back that I may want? And I could go get a Tilling Time, I suppose, and cast it this turn. I probably should wait, honestly, since he doesn't have a board, and just activate my tutelage to draw a discard. So I think I'll do that, honestly, rather than commit my Scab to a spell when I don't really know what the heck I need. I'll just save it for when I do need something, and we'll just get to filter the next card. So right now we're looking at an Axebane Stag. Okay, that's a 6/7. So let's draw a discard here. What do we pick up? There's the Vial. We'll keep that. And we can throw away a Fog because we've got a Scab. Actually, I think Hydrolash is probably the better toss here. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that. I mean, it does cantrip. But anyway, that's another mill shot. So we've got an Alchemist Vial here now to draw a card. And we can shut down that Axebane Stag when we need to, plus the Fogs and all that sort of stuff. So let's Evolving Wilds. Let's go get a Forest. Right, we do that first, and then we have a better shot of drawing something decent off the Vial here. See what it is. It's another Vial. Which we will play. I want to make sure. You see, when these cards are lit up, you can't really see what mana you've got underneath there. So that would leave me with all my colors. So we'll do this. It's unfortunate Scab can't get the Vial back. What are you going to do? Let's mill it again. Alright. And we're on 18. But with 2 Fogs and 2 Vials against the Stag, I'm going to sacrifice one of these Vials right now. Just because. So I don't think he's down to 11 in his library. I think we're doing pretty good. Gate Creeper. Gets Forest. Alright, he's passing his phase here now. So I mean, we're on 18. We don't really need to do this, but I'm just going to do it. Just to say you can't attack with your one big dude. And, okay. That was me just pressing the A button to get through triggers, and I fired off a Fog, and wasted a mana. So what I wanted to do was possess Scab for Artificer's Epiphany. I may still win, but I wanted to have that 1 mana up for the Fog, which I now don't. So it's unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? Maybe I get him on these last 4 cards right now, and we did get him on those last 4 cards. Perfect. But yeah, just jammed the A button a little bit too fast there. So there you go. We milled him out, fogged him. So I don't know if him being stuck on black mana mattered or not. We didn't really see a whole lot from him. He certainly overextended into that languish, which took care of him pretty much. So, you know, Turbofog, like I said, is not my thing. I don't know if I'm playing it right or not, but it seems to be, from my limited experience, it seems to be a solid deck. Like I say, pretty much all the slots are locked in stone. I think Gig's got a great job done with it. But the 2 disperse, 2 displacement wave, I think there's a little bit of wiggle room in there to maybe slide in some other tech. I really want to put Disciple of the Ring in this deck with all those instants and sorceries in the graveyard, you know, just to tap stuff and counter stuff and protect your tutelage. I just think she's worth it. But you know, I'm telling you that I'm showing you his build, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So we'll see. I'll head over to the forum after I play a bunch and see what he thinks of it. I did mention it to him already, and I think he kind of didn't like it. But you know, I think I'm gonna, after I play 10 games with his deck, I'm going to slot it in there and play with it maybe, and record another episode in a week or so, because it does seem like it's actually pretty strong right now. You know, Languish is good against the aggro decks, and against the other decks, it's got all the tools to get there. A lot of card draw to find the win condition. Alright, so we're playing against a semi-fat stack here. We're looking at no green mana. We do have a Telling Time. So honestly, I think I'm going to speculate. I only need 1 source of green mana for most of the spells in this deck, I think for all of them. So I'm honestly going to speculate on the Telling Time getting me deep enough, fast enough. Hopefully that's not a mistake. Picked up a Drowned Catacomb. So I'm just going to play that tapped, honestly, in case, I know it reveals information, but if I pick up a forest, I'm going to want to play Visionary. So if I play, well, I could have done that either way, so that's pretty stupid. Yeah, I just gave him free information that I'm playing blue-black. Never mind. So it is in Evolving Wilds. I'm just going to go get the forest. Let's just go do that. Seeing as our opponent's not doing anything, there's no Raise the Alarm to worry about this year. And looks like he might not be hitting his 3rd land drop. Oh, that's not good for him. Good for us, because we like the time that he's given us. Picked up a Fog. I think we'll Visionary here. It's another Visionary, so let's play an Island. So next turn we can play Visionary plus hold open Telling Time. Oh, he's going to miss another land drop. Not good. Not good for him. I'm not going to play that Evolving Wilds right now. I mean, I could thin out the deck. Oh, I do have 6 lands already, plus some nice draw. Perhaps I only play 1 of these cards this turn and thin the deck. So I'll go get another green source since I've got ample blue and black. So let's thin it out. Attack for 1. I'm just going to drop the Visionary for now. Play all this sorcery speed stuff early in the game, get the creatures on the board, and then later on we can hold open all of our instants and do whatever the hell we want with those. So, let's draw a card. So another Fog, still got a full hand here. 2 Fogs, Scab to get it back. Our opponent can't draw a land to save his life, but he's playing, he's got 63 in the library, 8 in his hand, so that's 71 plus the 2 on the back. He's playing 73 card deck. So that could have something to do with it. You know, maybe he's playing 24 lands in his 70-odd card deck. So he's playing Solemn Offering. Okay. It's good information. It's good information to have. But it looks like we may just beat him down with Visionaries. He's probably just going to quit. What are you going to do? I mean, I'm not going to play Nissa until I can flip her. Which is not next turn, but the turn after. I mean, if I need... In this deck, I think if you just need to hit your land drop, you know, you play out Nissa and you don't mind it. But since I've got plenty of time here, yeah, it's the Visionary beat down. Yeah, I thought my game was locking up there, but he's just decided that he's not going to tolerate this. So let's see, telling time. Card do we want? We want to take the Disperse, Visionary, bottom that land. Here goes a Boom Weaver Giant. He probably thinks we're playing elves, or thought we were playing elves until he, you know, decided to take off. I don't blame him. But dude, you know what? Trim your deck. Trim your deck. You know, we still got a full hand. Still 7 cards in hand. Picked up Displacement Wave. Next turn we'll play and flip Nissa. But yeah, this is not exactly an exciting matchup, but you know, you get to see what kind of cards are in the deck. Like I said, I will link to you. So let's Nissa before we play our land, obviously, if we want to flip her. She draws a card, which we will play. You don't have to play the forest, just has to be one of your lands. I could have played the island there. And then let's put a vial into our hand. Let's cycle a vial. Hey, we finally got a win condition. So we're going to save this Alchemist vial. How many cards do I have? 8. So the race is on to where we're going to mill him out or kill him with 1/1s. I guess that's the entertainment value here now. So we're going to ditch that island. Hey, 3 mana. And he still doesn't have a play. After all this time, he does not have a play. Anyway, tutelage time. We know he's playing Solemn Offering. So we're going to try and hold open Disperse. So let's just play Vial to trigger it and leave our 3 mana up. And if he doesn't, now we have the Epiphany for end step. If he doesn't, try to blow it up. Yeah, we may just kill him with combat damage, which is hilarious. And another land. Alright. Solemn Offering on tutelage. Does he have 4 drops in his deck? Apparently he doesn't even. Yeah, it is a Solemn Offering. What? Wait, what? Okay, okay. Why does it want to disperse? Okay, let's disperse the tutelage here. So I don't know how good Displacement Wave is overall, but I think I would want a 3rd Disperse for that reason, that when you play your tutelage, you can pick it back up and protect it instead of playing counter magic. So I think I'd want a 3rd one, and I might even chop Displacement Wave altogether to try to test out that Disciple of the Ring. But anyway, you know, maybe there's something in my graveyard that I need with Scab, but you know, it's at the end of the game here now. Just want to get this over with. He says as he activates his Planeswalkers needlessly. Another land on the battlefield. So now with the Vial in play, this is just instant speed divination, which is good. We're looking at a Relic Seeker. Okay, so he does play 2 drops in his deck. See what else he's got. He's got a Divine Favor to put on it. Well, we don't have any way to bounce that right now. And he's gaining life. He's got a blocker. Let's just draw 2. 2 lands. We've got a nice big deck to mill through there. He's only now down to a full library. Displacement Wave. I think I'll Displacement Wave for 2. This is when Displacement Wave is semi-good. So let's plus Nissa first, because we're gonna have to pick her back up. Pick up a Disperse. So we'll wave for 2. So we'll pick up all our Visionaries and all of our Vials and all that sort of stuff. Picks back up our Nissa, which is shitty. Might mill myself. You know, I'm only doing Displacement Wave for 2 just for fun here, honestly. Just to show you what Displacement Wave can do when you got your tutelage on the field and all these 2-drops. Just keep triggering that tutelage. Alright, I mean, I let my disperse shields down, but I mean, I don't really care, and I won't be doing that, again. So, discard 5, we'll discard 2 lands, we'll discard Displacement Wave, and Hydra Lash, I guess, since we have the scabs to get them back. Yeah, that's fine. Five mana, what's he doing on 5? Skirmisher. I'd like to find a second tutelage, honestly, just to get this thing going faster. She's going to put a Divine Favor on that. We can handle that. No sweat. There's another fog. So let's just file. And I guess we scab for an Epiphany. Just keep digging. Whoops. Man, we can't find that second tutelage to save our lives. Evolving Wilds, thin the place out. There's probably not much basic land left in the deck. Yep. And we'll hold up Disperse for the tutelage. Can't block it anyway, so fuck it, we'll sacrifice 1. But yeah, this deck certainly seems pretty interesting, I gotta say. I have to say, it draws a lot of cards, as you can see. And even though our opponent did nothing, we did have all the answers. You know, we have those vials out there, all these fogs in hand, the sweepers, the bounce spells. You know, seems to be pretty solid. So here, I mean, I'm not going to do Displacement Wave again, so we'll just sacrifice the vial. It's too bad that, like I said earlier, the scab can't get those back, but what are you going to do? I'm just going to languish the board, honestly. Definitely going to languish now that he's played another creature. Yep. Let's do that right now. And let's get down in this, assuming there's a forest in there. Yeah. I mean, I'm totally screwing up all my sequencing in here. Totally screwing it all up. Hey, tutelage. Now we have 2. Alright. You know, and we're just going to Hydra Lash for the cantrip here at the end of our opponent's turn. I think that we might be able to get him on this next turn. When we untap, we can scab for Epiphany again. Come on. 5 mana. What do you got? Helion's Pilgrim. Probably going to pick up Grasp of the Hieromancer or Nimbus Wings. Maybe Suppression Bonds if he's got it in his deck. Grasp. Let's just cycle this. I got 2. Ooh, that got 6. Actually drew an Epiphany, so he's toast. The first trigger got him with 4. So we'll just pass it on over. We won't plus this or anything. We'll just pass it on over to the 73 card monster who got stuck on land. But anyway, that's Turbofog, guys. That's Geg's build. Like I said, there's a link in the video description for you to check it out and let him know what you think about it over on NGA. Thanks for watching, and I'll probably be back with this deck in another week or so. Thanks, guys.